France 24. Straight to Emily with the press review. She's starting off with the British front pages today. They're all discussing the 2025 murder of 18-year-old Henry Nowak.
Yeah, well, his killer has been sentenced to 21 years in prison at a minimum, but this case has started a huge debate about policing in the UK. Let's start here with the Daily Mirror, which headlines, "Why didn't they listen?" The victim, Henry Nowak, was handcuffed after his killer, a Sikh man, falsely claimed that Nowak had racially assaulted him. Now, Nowak told the police officers that he was stabbed, that he couldn't breathe, but they didn't listen, and he passed away shortly after. Now, this has been widely discussed on the right. Let's have a look at the Daily Telegraph. It features this story on its front page here. It says that politicians have said that diversity, equity and inclusion policies are to blame. The paper features an interview with Nigel Farage, the leader of the far-right party Reform, who says that police operate along the lines of, quote, a two-tier culture where some groups receive greater protection than others. Let's have a look on the left now with The Guardian. This is its front page here this morning. It says that politicians are appealing for calm amid all these tensions. And it says, especially after Nigel Farage urged the public to respond with, quote, pure cold rage. Let's have a look at one of the columns or the opinion pieces here in The Guardian by John Crace. He suggests that Nigel Farage's comments are a last resort as he's increasingly losing support, particularly since he started hiding from questions about the mysterious £5 million he received from a Thai crypto billionaire. John Crace explains that his statements aimed to, quote, try to bring the 3% of the country who are out-and-out racists back into the Reform fold.
Next, Emily has found some articles about Trump's latest political appointment, caused quite the stir. What's this about?
Yes, let's have a look at the US press here, starting with NBC News, which reports that Donald Trump has named Bill Pulte as acting director of national intelligence, making him the highest-ranking intelligence official in the US, despite not having a background in intelligence. Now, Pulte is currently the head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency and has helped the Trump administration, quote, gather information for investigations into Trump's perceived political enemies. Now, of course, this isn't going down very well in the press. Let's have a look at the Washington Post here. This is an article by its editorial board, which says that it is a terrible choice. It calls Pulte a partisan sycophant who has none of the expertise required. The board is also pretty scathing about the fact that Pulte will stay in his role as head of that housing agency, arguing that being the director of national intelligence is not a part-time job. Let's have a look finally at The Atlantic here, looking at one of the reasons why Trump might have chosen him. It says there are two things to know about Pulte. One, he has no experience, and two, he has a demonstrated history of using sensitive government data for political retribution.
Next, Emily is staying in the theme of intelligence services. This is a long read she's found in the Times. It's caught your attention?
Yes, it's a pretty creepy long read, but I do recommend it here. Let's have a look. This is this article here by Richard Spencer. The Times reveals that leaked documents show that a Chinese state-linked tech company is using artificial intelligence to predict who might become a dissident in the future. The company is using AI to analyze data covering people's daily habits, travel, relationship, or browsing history, and it then builds a behavioral profile of individuals deemed to be potentially harmful. Now, the recent study into this technology explains that, quote, predictive surveillance changes the character of authoritarian control. These systems move government intervention earlier in the chain. They intervene before dissent has even organized itself enough to be actually visible. So it's a very creepy article, but well worth your time.
Yeah, very, very creepy indeed. Something a little bit less creepy. A different kind of match. This is happening ahead of the World Cup this summer.
Yes, before the football even kicks off, there's been quite a fuss kicked up about some of the fashion being shown off here. It's still in the Times, looking at the fashion head-to-head between the English and French football squads. Now we can have a look at some of these style set pieces. This here is Bayern Munich's Michael Olise rocking up to Claire Fontaine, looking a little bit like a Jamiroquai fan. We can also have a look here at Jules Koundé. Here, this is his outfit for Les Bleus, although maybe VAR should have a look at that jumper, I'm not really sure. And on the English side, we have Harry Kane here, the star striker who failed to find the back of the net with this outfit, but luckily for the Three Lions, we can rely here on Jude Bellingham with this outfit, making a few style points for the English squad.
Yeah.
So it's 1-0 for
cool.
France at the moment, but we'll have to see on the pitch.
Ah, look, Jude Bellingham is quite cool there.
But Harry Kane's a bit disappointing.
Well, maybe he was just in and out of a football game.
He was
exactly.
relaxed.
I'm sure he often wears Jude Bellingham style clothes as well.
Probably.
Maybe not, but anyway. Emily, thanks a lot. Emily with papers on France 24. All the latest coming up in the next half hour. We're going to focus as well on Lebanon, so that's coming up for you straight after the break.